Hey guys, behind me you can see the red square, and this means greetings from Moscow. I am here and I will show you a lot about the city. As you may know, the situation right now between Ukraine and Russia is difficult, which also means sanctions, which also means not many tourists. But I have the opportunity to be here because I am half Russian and half German. Therefore I speak the language and I have a different connection to this country since I am born here. And therefore I can show you a lot about the city that others maybe can't. And I can talk to people in their home language and they will understand me. And yeah, let's check it out.
Falo, sou brasileiro.
Brasileiro,
Brasileiro.
UFC.
Yeah, sou Alex Cowboy.
Your name?
Alex Cowboy.
Alex Cowboy.
Alex
Nice to meet you.
É nóis.
Having a fight here?
É, hoje.
Hoje?
Boxe sem luva.
Bam, bam. Cool.
Chegou, tá hoje. Hoje é
Who is opponent?
Hã?
Who is your opponent? Enemy?
Não entendo. Pera aí. Eu não entendo.
Hoje? So today. Have a good fight, man. Let's wish him luck. Maybe he will have a good fight. I guess so. He looks pretty strong though. Yeah, Brazilians are very good at MMA, but Russians too, so a good mix, I would say. Yeah, but take a look at this. Usually I think this should be like one of the most touristical areas, full of people, but now it's quite empty. And yeah, well, lucky for me, I would say, because I have some air to breathe and it's not too loud, and I can look at these beautiful buildings. So right now I'm at the Red Square, and behind me this is the Kremlin, and this is the Basil Cathedral, one of the most beautiful churches on the planet, I would say. And this is the mighty Kremlin. So let's check this area out. Oh, a group of children making an excursion. And wow, this is the square. Also I have perfect weather today. It's around 20 degrees, a little bit warmer, so t-shirt weather, and you have like this nice breeze coming from here. Beautiful. Western Europeans are too scared to come here, I would say. You cannot hear any German, English, French, whatever. the shopping mall GUM, which also looks beautiful from the inside, and you can buy a lot of international brands here. for example here Dior and all kinds of European clothes and other stuff. This is for the high society of Moscow, I would say. And there's these women selling ice cream and other stuff. What is this? Yeah, ice cream. They are selling ice cream just in front of the fountain here. That's cool.
Ну что, красавица, что берем? Крем-брюле. Пожалуйста. Вам
Здравствуйте.
молодой человек, здравствуйте.
Мне тоже крем-брюле, пожалуйста.
Крем-брюле, пожалуйста.
Спасибо.
Что с крем-брюле?
Wow,
Нет, шоколадное совершенника.
very tasty. Amazing. And this is your Russian shopping experience here. Oh, this area is also interesting. Look at those pumpkins. I feel so relaxed just walking around here with this relaxing music and this ice cream. As you may notice, central Moscow is very clean and orderly. I haven't seen much trash anywhere, and not only that, I haven't seen many bums or junkies on the streets. Not a single time have I felt unsafe in all of Moscow, and the women here walk around freely, as well as the children. In terms of shopping, Moscow has everything you can imagine, but I will talk about this in detail in other videos. Всего доброго. Guys, so this is the street that I live in, which is already pretty beautiful, I would say. If you look in this direction, there is this beautiful little church over here in the blue color. Fascinating, isn't it? Another amazing building in Moscow is the one behind me. Actually, there are, I think, 7 of similar types of buildings. They are built in the Stalin era, and yeah, I don't know how to call the style. Maybe I'll write it here. But I think they look fantastic, actually. They look ginormous and powerful, and I think that was the reason why Stalin built them. It was like a prestige object. And this is the area I'm living in, and in this direction is Kitay-Gorod, which means something like Chinatown, funny enough, but it doesn't look like Chinatown as you know it. It just looks like a normal European city, I would say.
One of the busiest areas is Arbat in the northwest of the center. Here you can find many modern restaurants and bars, and of course young people and pretty women. It is an upper class area and the people are dressed very nicely. There is also a small park called Patriarch Ponds where you can take a walk and enjoy the weather. Moscow as a whole, even though it is very urban, has parks and greenery everywhere, which I think is amazing. Another famous thing in Moscow is the metro. Not only is it well designed in terms of its network, it is very accessible and not expensive at all. And most stations in the center look amazing. The idea behind it was palaces for the people. The designs were intended to make daily commutes more pleasant and uplifting. I mean, as pleasant as a daily commute can be, right? But all in all, as a German, I have to admit the public transport in Moscow as a whole works incredibly well, and most buses and trams have Wi-Fi and plugs to charge your phone.
I'm in the second ring of Moscow now. So the city is built like an onion with many rings basically, and this is how people actually live here in Moscow, I think. Like this, in these huge apartment blocks. But to be fair, the building where I grew up in Germany looks kind of similar, and I think a lot of buildings in all over Europe look similar. It's just because it's very cheap to live, to build, I mean, and very efficient. Therefore, more people can afford an apartment, basically. The Soviets used to build houses like this on purpose because, yeah, half of Russia was destroyed, and therefore they were building these apartment blocks so they could house more people. Some soldiers behind me. And here it is. I think this is a standard area in the second ring of Moscow. I am in the northern part, so this is like a very safe area here. Even in the most basic area, there are still these amazingly beautiful churches. Look at this one, for example. Wow. In this area, basically. How cool is this?
I am sure many of you want to know more about one specific topic, which is how did the war affect Russia? And there are definitely some effects which I will talk about more in other videos, but to be honest, in Moscow you barely notice there is a war happening. The only pain in the ass was the fact that I couldn't use my MasterCard and that the GPS signal in the city didn't work properly. I saw some soldiers here and there, and there were some mini protests happening all around the Kremlin, but the people at these protests mainly demanded that Putin should get more emergency powers to better react to the situation in Kursk. But then I saw this, which demonstrates only a fraction of how many lives have been lost since the beginning of the conflict.
So guys, this is one of the best restaurants you can go to. It is a chain, but they have very nice food and it looks very nice from the inside. You have this old Soviet style decorations. I'm looking forward to eating my food here, and also if you are waiting for your food, you also have the possibility of taking one of those and then, I don't know, coloring something. For example here, the eyes. And then you give them a little bit of red cheeks here. What do you think about my creation? My orange juice already arrived. I need those vitamins. My food has arrived. I've ordered Vareniki with chicken and mushrooms, I mean. And this is Plov, which is rice with meat. I'm so hungry, guys. This will probably be very tasty because I love all of the Russian food, of course. I grew up with it, and I'm very happy that I can eat lots of it here, because in Germany I can only eat it when I'm at my mom's place. Yeah.